What's up YouTube? This is Drew from Not2Nerdy. Today we're doing our Not2Nerdy vlog. Today we're going to be talking about some topics that were discussed at the DICE Summit. If you guys aren't familiar with the DICE Summit, it's an annual video game summit that's held every year. It's basically different executives from the video game industry as well as developers, and they basically talk about the business of the video game industry as well as the trends that are going on in the video game industry. Some developers, basically they also discuss some of their methods for some of their studios on how they develop games and why they think they're successful. So the main video that I'm going to talk about is they had this panel. It was called the Hot Topics panel. I'm going to post a link in the description if you want to take a look at the video. We also posted it on our site, not2nerdy.com. Basically this video discussed two topics. One of the topics was about do you think that the publishing model is dead? And that was a debate between Michael Pachter and a gentleman from the EARDA, I think, or something like that. And you had another topic was about mobile games versus console games. And the first debate, we had Pachter. He was on the side that he felt that the old publishing model that's out there is a dead model. He feels that publishers are focusing on fewer franchises and putting out more sequels. For example, Call of Duty, Halo, and so forth. And they're not taking enough risk for new IPs, and they're basically stifling creativity. And that was Pachter's view, where the other side of the debate was that he felt that publishers hold a good place in the industry because they do the marketing and advertising for the games. And they a lot of good games that are out there wouldn't get noticed if they didn't have good marketing and advertising. And basically, this guy's debate was his point was that he feels that the publishers should give more creative freedom to developers to develop their product. So now, I kind of agree with Pachter's point of view. I feel that the video game industry, in terms of publishing, I think it's they're really just focused on sequels. They're really focusing on existing properties to make new games off of. I don't feel there's a lot of risk like they would take because it's so expensive to make video games nowadays. And a lot of publishers, in order to make a profit, they're kind of going with what's popular in the market right now. Games like Call of Duty and shooters, and a lot of different types of games are not being made because they don't fit a certain mold. And I feel on the smaller side of things, on the indie side, a lot more innovations are happening and a lot more creative games because they have smaller budgets and they can take bigger risks on games that people will want to see, but maybe they wouldn't be able to turn a profit because it doesn't have that AAA quality. Basically, the other side of the debate was he was basically saying that he feels that in order for these games to get made, they need publishers in order to advertise the games. And Pachter's response to that was that he feels that a lot of developers self-publish most of their games out there because what it takes to become a video game publisher is a lot more money than it used to be. In the early 90s, they needed that marketing to bring a game out, but there's so many different methods, word of mouth, social media, and so forth to get your game out there and market it. And publishers kind of they're not filling their role that they used to need to fill back in the day. So that's kind of how I feel. I kind of feel that the $60 AAA budget console game is I feel that's a dying idea. I think a lot more innovation is going to happen and a lot more different business models on the smaller side of things. While you will still have your your Elder Scrolls, your Call of Duties of the world, $60 package products that bring. There's going to be fewer of those titles, and the majority of the games are going to come from the smaller side. So that was that first debate. The second debate was basically about mobile games and console games. The two panelists, you had a former marketing director from Nintendo. Her side was that the console market can be independent from the mobile side of things, and both can be profitable. And the other side was he was a free-to-play mobile developer. And he basically said that the mobile side of things will eventually get rid of the console market. He feels that mobile games are the future of games because the simple fact that everyone has a mobile phone. More third world countries are going to have more mobile phones coming out there than consoles and regular PCs, and it's a lot more accessible to put out a mobile game. He feels that, especially, the free-to-play model is the most popular model on mobile phones, and that a lot of free-to-play games, there's no barrier to entry, so you can try out the game, and then if you like it, you can, pay for in-app purchases and so forth. And basically her rebuttal to that was that, you can't get certain types of experiences on the console games on the mobile market. So she was saying that Legend of Zelda, you couldn't fit that experience on a handheld mobile device, and and I guess his rebuttal to that was that if you look at the handheld gaming market, you're seeing that mobile phones are taking a big proportion of that market, and he feels that as mobile phones they get more powerful, that eventually you'll be able to play console-like experiences on those mobile devices. Also, he was saying that they're trying their best to get the cost down, and doing all these different things to get their cost backs, but eventually it's going to be just as powerful to have a mobile phone device. Maybe you can stream the game to that mobile phone and so forth. So I kind of agree with that. The direction the industry going is more in the smaller mobile phone gaming market. Just for the simple fact that I think once technology gets powerful enough and internet connections get better, that we'll be able to stream games to mobile phones. We'll be able to do these type of transactions on mobile phones, and we'll see smaller devices, maybe tablets as well, and we'll rely less on consoles and more expensive PCs to do our gaming on, because these devices we can carry with us all the time, and and there's a lower barrier of entry. They cost a lot less, and some of the games are free to play, so you can try them out, and if you don't like them, you can get rid of them. So I mean, that's pretty much it for that debate. I thought they were both great looks at where the industry is going, and I kind of feel that these summits are really important. If you're really interested in the gaming side of things and you want to know more about how games are developed as well as the business side of things, you should definitely check out our site, Not2NerdyEnt. We posted up a lot of these videos from that conference, and check them out and tell us what you think. Give us a video response, give us a comment. What side you're on. Do you feel that the publishing model is dead, or do you feel that video game developers need publishers? And also, do you feel that mobile games are going to take over and get rid of consoles, or can console games and mobile games both exist independently and both be profitable? So thank you for watching. This is Drew from Not2Nerdy, and I'm out.